lymphoma, and skin cancer. Death, heart attack, stroke, and tears in the stomach or intestines occurred. People 50 and older with at least one heart disease risk factor have higher risks. Don't take if allergic to Rinvoq, as serious reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC in check and keep it there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastro about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie could help you save.
At Little Caesars, Bacon Wrapped is back. Get a hot and ready Bacon Wrapped Detroit-style deep dish pizza for $13.99. Or now Bacon Wrap your favorite large, round, or deep dish for only $3 more when you create your own pizza online. It's a bacon hug with Bacon Wrapped pizzas from Little Caesars.
Pizza, pizza.
A tradition of style and savings. Fresno's Suit Outlet is your go-to for the 3-suit deal. 3 suits, 3 shirts, 3 ties, 3 belts, 3 pairs of socks, and 3 hankies, all starting at $3.99. Fresno's Suit Outlet has your suit from sizes 34 to 74. Our fashion consultants specialize in coordinating the right look for any occasion.
Here at Fresno Suit Outlet, we got the big guys covered, and the bigger ones too.
Seriously?
Fresno Suit Outlet, Blackstone, just north of Shaw.
Local news that matters. This is Ksee 24 News Sunrise.
Coming up this morning on Sunrise, Clovis police are continuing to investigate what led up to a man getting shot in his upper body, then taking himself to the hospital. Plus, automated high-speed cameras could be the answer in reducing the number of reckless drivers in California. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. I'm Taryn Mitchell. Thank you so much for waking up with us today. Brody Logan has a day off, but before waking up with us, let's go ahead and take a live look out the door this morning. Not feeling all too bad out there. We're seeing the sun trying to make its way through the clouds up there to help you all wake up. Ruben, did you know it's National Peanut Butter Cookie Day? Do you like peanut butter cookies?
It depends.
Depends. What's the qualifications?
Well, some people make them like really dry.
Yeah, they really do.
I do not like that. And then some people make them with chocolate chips.
Ooh.
That works right there.
Okay.
So yeah, but I did not do that. Thank you for sharing that with us.
Yeah, no, I like peanut butter, but I'm with you. Sometimes it's too dry. But the chocolate chips, I've never had that before.
Or the Girl Scout cookie ones, the ones that are like they're covered in chocolate. Those right there. Should have bought some a couple months ago. We're going to be in the 50s across the valley this morning. It is somewhat a cool start, but we got some clouds making it a little bit mild in some locations this morning. Some of you picked up a little bit of rain or a few sprinkles or even a thunderstorm or two this weekend. Not the case, but that activity will still pick up in the Sierra, so keep that in mind in Yosemite, Shaver Lake, and there's even a chance in the foothills for Oak Cliffs of highs in the 70s. We are going to have more sunshine for the rest of the week, and it is going to feel a lot like summer. I'll show you the increase in temperatures in a few minutes. First, for now, Taryn, we'll send it back to you.
Hey, Ruben, thank you so much. Well, 2 people now in the hospital after getting shot in Visalia late last night. Well, police were called to the area of Walnut Avenue and Giddings Street at around 11 p.m. Now, we are going to give you a live look from the scene this morning. Now, after reports of those gunshots near a shopping center, when officers arrived, they did find 2 men in the parking lot who had been shot. They were immediately taken to the hospital and are awaiting an update on their condition. The Violent Crimes Unit has taken over this investigation and are on the scene. As you can see now, it's still active. If you are in the area, I would avoid this complex as a whole. We're still seeing numerous caution tape up, officers still on the scene. We still have no word yet on when they will wrap up the scene. Now, we'd like to remind you this morning, if you or someone you know has any information, please contact the Visalia Police Department. Well, Clovis police are continuing to investigate what led up to a man getting shot in his upper body, then taking himself to the hospital. Clovis community medical staff called the police after the victim showed up at the emergency room. Well, they say the wound was non-life-threatening, but they didn't say exactly how the man got to the hospital. Clovis police add that they received a report of a shooting a few minutes prior to the hospital's call, which was in the same area of Northwest Clovis on Balsam Lane around 4 in the morning on Sunday. And they were able to piece together these 2 events, but they're still trying to find out what exactly happened here. Former Italian Prime Minister and media mogul Silvio Berlusconi has passed away. Now, according to Italian media, the 86-year-old died at the San Raffaele Hospital in Milan. No cause of the death has yet been given, but in April, he was treated at the same hospital for a lung infection linked to a previously undisclosed case of chronic leukemia. An overpass on the major interstate through Philadelphia collapsed after a tanker truck caught fire and just damaged the road. Now, officials say a tanker carrying hundreds of gallons of petroleum-based products crashed and exploded yesterday morning. The tanker then burned for an hour before that fire was fully extinguished. Well, thankfully, we can report no injuries had been happening there. And the governor of Pennsylvania plans to issue a disaster declaration to expedite federal funds to repair all these damages. Officials say those repairs could take months. A Delta crew member was injured when an emergency slide deployed inside the plane. Well, that flight, originally bound from New York to LA, had made a diverted landing in Salt Lake City due to some mechanical issues. Well, that issue was promptly resolved, but after passengers reboarded the plane, the emergency slide unexpectedly deployed, causing the crew member's injury. The employee was hospitalized and has since been discharged. Delta went ahead and expressed apologies for the travel disruptions and emphasized their commitment to customer and crew safety. Well, a 2-week trial is set to begin in Montana. It's involving a one-of-a-kind climate change lawsuit challenging the state's pro-fossil fuels policies. A coalition of 16 young plaintiffs backed by attorneys from an environmental group will appear in court later today. They will argue that Montana is constitutionally obligated to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and protect residents from climate change. The plaintiffs range in age from 5 to 22. Now, experts say a ruling against the state is unlikely to spark direct policy change, but it would set a legal precedent that could sway future cases. Well, cameras that can automatically issue speeding tickets could soon be keeping an eye on drivers here in California. Senate Bill 645 is now getting bipartisan support in Sacramento by those who believe these cameras will reduce the number of people being killed in accidents due to speeding. Well, speed cameras are currently illegal here in California, but they are used in other states. The ACLU opposes the move over privacy issues, and others just concerned it will lead to law enforcement jobs getting cut. The State Senate Transportation Committee will take up the bill next month. Well, you can find the poll results on our website, yourcentralvalley.com. And be sure to watch the Inside California Politics special for the race Senate on June 22nd. Well, Ksee 24 Sunrise time, 6:06. We'll see you on the other side of the break. Stick with us.
And your 40-hour forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. The top pollens are olive, privet, and juniper. We are in the medium range through Thursday. We'll talk about some summer-like heat on the way as Ksee Sunrise continues.
Now yourcentralvalley.com, pros who know.
Today's carpets are softer, thicker, and more stain resistant. At half the cost of hard surface flooring, carpet is the perfect way to make your home more stylish and comfortable.
For more expert advice, go to yourcentralvalley.com/pros who know.
The viewer seems to have been lost in the shuffle of cable news lately.
The vast majority of people are in the sensible middle. They're not the far right wing and they're not the far left wing.
They don't want a team sport. They want the full picture.
The appetite is greater than it has ever been for perspective, for understanding, and for information that they can not just trust, but use.
See why America's fastest growing cable news network is News Nation.
Don't let the insurance company push you around. Get a law firm that can push them around. The team at Jacoby & Myers has gotten our clients up to 10 times the insurance company's original offer. Don't settle for less. Choose Jacoby & Myers.
Your feet, not something you think about every day, right? But when something happens to them, where do you go? Stockdale Podiatry Group. That's where. They understand that foot disorders are painful and complex. That's why they use the most advanced technology to diagnose all kinds of disorders. Come see us in our new Visalia location and find out the answers to your aching feet. Call 559-624-1405 for an environmentally safe appointment.
At Long John Silver's, our 100% white meat chicken is always just a batter dip away from becoming its own golden treasure. Batter up. Dive into our $6 chicken basket or order ahead at longjohnsilvers.com. Fish yeah.
This is not the first all-electric car. That's because no BMW sees the road until it's reached the ultimate standard, our own. A standard that demands every BMW feels exactly like a BMW should. Unparalleled performance and precision handling made possible by electric engineering. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine? Hurry in to lease the 2023 BMW i4 eDrive 35 for $489 per month.
The Fresno Madera Ombudsman Program is designed to protect the rights of residents in long-term care facilities. It's a service of Valley Caregiver Resource Center because every resident has rights and deserves respect, dignity, and the best quality of life possible. If you've seen or suspect that someone you know in a care facility has been a victim of neglect or physical abuse, call us immediately. The number is 224-9177 or visit valleycrc.org.
Thinking of a new career? Become an attorney. Make it happen here at San Joaquin College of Law. It's affordable. It's doable. All you need is a bachelor's degree in any major. San Joaquin College of Law. One degree, a world of options.
This is Ksee 24 Sunrise.
Welcome back to Sunrise. New in this morning, a majority of Californians say U.S. Senator Dianne Feinstein should step down as she faces many questions over her health. Now, those results just released in an exclusive poll from Emerson College and Inside California Politics. California Capitol correspondent Eitan Wallace is live with us this morning from Sacramento, and he's there to break down the numbers and reactions from Democrats and Republicans. Now, Eitan, what is the latest on all this information? Good morning.
Well, Taryn, good morning. Good morning to everybody in the Valley. And let me tell you, you remember Senator Feinstein promised that she would not run for re-election in 2024. But according to this new poll, a majority of Californians say that's not good enough. They want her to resign now. Thank you so much. I can't hear the package, though, just to be clear. Okay, forgive me. Forgive me, everybody. There's been some technical difficulties there. Here's what we're going to tell you about this poll. This is a poll where 63% of Californians say they want the senator to resign right now. Another 22% say that they approve of the senator. So her approval rating has gone way down. Now, here's a little bit of how the poll breaks down. Of the 63% or so who say they want her to resign now, well, I've been told by the folks who ran the poll at Emerson College that this actually is a breakdown that spans across party lines. This poll, they say Democrats, Republicans, and no party preference voters all basically within the margin of a few percentage points agree that they would like her to step down. But of course, she has long stated she does not want to step down. Of course, it comes amid those health challenges, those health concerns. Most recently, she had shingles. So that kept her homebound in San Francisco for nearly 2 months, and it forced her to miss several key votes on the Senate Judiciary Committee. Remember, the Senate Judiciary Committee appoints key judge, basically appointments from the president and from others that they want to get through right onto the bench there. So that's why that is an important role. But Senator Feinstein maintained the entire time that she was still doing the important work representing the people of California from San Francisco, and she has since returned to the Senate. Republicans, though, they would like her to step down. Of course, that's not a surprise. Many Democrats as well, but one Democrat we spoke to, Ed Emerson, no relation, by the way, to Emerson College. He's a Democratic strategist. He told me that he does not want her to resign. He believes that she is now doing the work of the people of California. So there you have it. A little bit on both sides there. Folks who say that she should resign because they do not believe she is physically well. They do not believe she has the mental capabilities to perform this job. But others on the other side say, no, she is continuing to do this job. And that's a little bit of a summary of that poll. Reporting live here at the State Capitol, Eitan Wallace, Ksee 24 News.
All right, Eitan live for us there up at the State Capitol. Thank you so much for those updates. We'll continue to follow this as well. All right, now I know folks are curious. Let's get a check on your forecast today with Ruben Contreras. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Taryn. Temperatures this morning on the cool side. And of course, we still got some clouds out there. This is still the same system that kept us unseasonably cool for the weekend, even delivering a little bit of rain in the valley. Outside to show you the sunrise happening right now from our valley cam. This one in Visalia at Ksee Health. You do see the sunlight peeking between the clouds this morning. We're not expecting any rain or thunderstorms for the valley today, but that activity will continue in the Sierra. Visalia at 58 degrees this morning. Winds are fairly calm and visibility is 10 miles out at the airport. And of course, it's still hot cup of coffee type of weather. It could be ice coffee type of weather too. We're going to be in the low to mid 60s all the way through 9 o'clock this morning. You're going to see some sunshine here and there in the afternoon, and we'll still make it into the low 80s. Still cool for this time of year, but close to average from Tuesday through Thursday, feeling more like the month of June. But this weekend might feel more like the month of July. We'll talk about some summer-like heat in a few minutes. For now, Taryn, we'll send it back to you.
All right, Ruben, thank you. Indonesian officials say a volcano erupted twice Friday, sending just so much ash and lava 2 miles into the air. That eruption, as you can see from the video here, was forcing authorities to bring tourism on the island to a halt. Now, there have been no evacuation orders given out yet, but tourists and residents were advised not to approach or climb the volcano. Officials say the volcano has erupted more than 10 times since March just this year. Well, Senator Chuck Schumer says the United States should be doing more to help the fight of wildfires in Canada. Schumer adds that the poor air quality that descended onto New York last week should be a wake-up call. He's now urging the United States Forest Service to double the number of forest rangers being deployed to Canada.
Now, to prevent another chimney-like experience from happening, we need to take action. We need to get at these fires at their source so that we don't suffer another wave next week or the week after of the kind of wildfire air pollution that we suffered from this past week.
Now, according to meteorologists, firefighters could be getting help from Mother Nature this week. Some rain is expected to be in the forecast for parts of Quebec. Now, officials in that area say they have 133 active fires and that 72 are just out of control. LA County public health officials have now reopened a beach closure in Rancho Palos Verdes after a 30,000-gallon sewer spill. Well, the officials say that the massive leak was caused by a blocked main line, which then sent sewage into the waterways out there. That area was then reopened overnight after it was determined the sewage was absorbed into the dry creek bed and did not reach the ocean. Ksee 24 Sunrise Time reading 6:15, still ahead. We take a look at warnings from officials across the state following another dangerous river rescue.
Hi, I'm Emily Irwin, host of Central Valley Today, Ksee 24's daily lifestyle show. How are you doing back there?
I think I'm doing good.
It's National Pretzel Day, a day to celebrate. The Good Feet store is here to help. This is an exciting day. We're throwing a party. We're throwing a pizza party. Oh, Robert.
Thank you,
Thanks
Robert.
for being here.
At Marshall's, our buyers hustle every day to get you great deals on all the good stuff. Like this stuff, and that stuff, and ooh, that's some really good stuff. We get the deals, you get the good stuff. Marshall's.
I'm attorney Jonathan Pena, Fresno's only board-certified Social Security disability attorney.
Have you been denied your Social Security disability or SSI? We can help. If you cannot work due to a physical or a mental impairment or have a minor with a severe impairment,
call our office at 439-9700 for a free consultation. There's no fee unless we win your case. Let us fight for you.
Call us. We're here to help you and your family.
Call the law office of Pena and Bromberg, 439-9700.
We've seen a wet winter season this year. Along with green grass and spring flowers, allergies may start earlier, and COVID, flu, and other viruses are still very active. Buzz Allergy knows coughing, wheezing, and headaches due to allergies and asthma can mimic virus symptoms. Take away the guesswork and get proper diagnosis and early treatment from our Valley locations before allergy symptoms arrive. Stay safe and stay healthy. Contact Buzz Allergy today and breathe easier.
When I think of loyalty, I think of Ginger. Ginger is an OG, not what you think. It means original gamer.
OG since '87.
She's been at Table Mountain from the very beginning. She has a history of big wins. I know, I've seen it. Machine after machine. Cha-ching! Shocker! Look who won again. Lucky day, Ginger. Table Mountain Casino Resort.
My name is Denise. Ask me about my Honda. I'm a chef, a Tahitian dancer, a golfer, and I love my Honda. My commute is on a 2-lane highway. It's super curvy, and I actually think my Honda enjoys driving it as much as I do. The Accord is dependable, it's great on gas mileage, and it's kind of hot.
Looking for a car with exceptional value that can keep up with all your flavor? See your Honda dealer for a delicious deal on Accord. Bon appetit.
Congratulations, AJ Fox, for being certified most accurate by Weather Rate for 10 straight years. Watch AJ Fox every day on Ksee 24, your local weather authority. Ksee 24 News is brought to you in part by Midland Tractor.
And we still got some clouds out there this morning. We're going to have a little bit of sunshine here and there with temperatures still cool for this time of year. But into the rest of the week, into the weekend, if you've wanted summer-like heat, it's on the way. 61 this morning in Fresno, 50s and 60s along the coast. There's still some fog and cloud cover. Matter of fact, that marine layer was a little stubborn in some parts of the coastal areas this weekend. Some areas didn't even see sunshine at all. Of course, we had a mix of clouds and sunshine and temperatures unseasonably cool. 57 in Madera, 61 in Fresno, 58 in Visalia. It is cooler out there now compared to this time yesterday, and our highs similar to what we had yesterday, low to mid 80s. Winds are fairly calm, but still kind of gusty in western Merced County and Kings County. That's cool air that comes in from the coast through Pacheco Pass and the 41 in Kings County. So that's still going to be the case at least for another day or two. Outside our Valley Cam, powered by Eagle Mountain Casino, you can see the clouds as we look over Palm and Herndon, northwest Fresno. Have you noticed there's a little bit less traffic now since summer is officially in session for schools? Of course, a lot of school districts are on break now, so at least there's lighter traffic. No big issues getting to work weather-wise this morning. Beautiful sunrise to show you there. Here's the perspective from the Sierra Meadow Lakes, our Valley Cam up about 4,500 feet or so in Fresno County, looking down towards the city of Fresno right there. So we're definitely going to keep the clouds around, but we're not expecting precipitation for the valley. That's still the same low pressure system that kept us cool over the weekend. Some of you did pick up a few raindrops or a shower or even a thunderstorm or two on the valley floor. That was the case in Merced County Saturday morning. We're not expecting that for the valley, but the activity, according to Futurecast, will continue into the Sierra, especially this afternoon. Some of this might drift out to the lower foothills, Oakhurst, Mariposa, but I think for the most part, the valley is just going to have to deal with some cloud cover from time to time this afternoon, this evening, and that's pretty much the trend, at least until Wednesday. We kind of get this onshore flow back, but it's drier air that's going to help us out with our conditions. It's going to keep the cloud cover and thunderstorm activity away from the valley, but at the same time, we'll start to heat up to more seasonal conditions and maybe above average temperatures into the weekend. The Merced River at the Pono Bridge in effect until further notice. It was reissued over the weekend, and of course, that's just going to be an issue as long as we continue to deal with these things right here. Our average is now 90 in the middle part of June. Early on in the month, it's 87, but by the end of the month, it is 96 degrees here, but the all-time record high is 112 degrees set back on the 25th of June. Of course, we're not going to deal with that type of heat, but it's going to be appropriate by the time we get into Thursday and Friday. Our average high, again, right around 90 degrees, and the 7-day forecast does show that. We're going to see more sunshine each day into the first half of the weekend. It is going to be a little hot for this time of year, mid to upper 90s, but we start to cool off from another low pressure system on Sunday. Father's Day will be a little cloudy, but 91 right on target for this time of year. You can always check out your regional forecast. Just go to yourcentralvalley.com to check it out. For now, we'll send it back to you.
Thank you so much. Well, now that summer's here, we just like to remind you, if you are heading out to the water, life jackets are a must when you're visiting local rivers and lakes this time of the year. Sacramento Metro Fire says that on Sunday afternoon, a total of 4 people had to be rescued after falling out of their raft and into the American River. Well, thankfully, they were all wearing their life jackets, and rescue crews were able to bring them to safety without any injuries. Metro Fire says they recommend using U.S. Coast Guard approved life jackets while you're in the water. Well, the second largest reservoir in California has officially reached full capacity. Lake Oroville has swelled from 780 feet deep last June to now 900 feet today. This marks the first time since 2017 the lake has reached or exceeded total capacity. Well, this is all thanks to the large snowpack in the Sierra Nevada mountains, which is still melting. Ksee 24 sunrise time, reading 6:22, still ahead. How a robot dog is giving its opinion to critics across the country.
Coming up on Central Valley today, Amberlynn Carroll is filling in for me all week, and we're kicking off summer with the Island Water Park. The special festivities happening all summer long. Plus, Valley Animal Center has our adorable adoptable for the week. All that and more today at 3.
A garden hose is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service.
Enrollment is now open. Homeschool offers a flexible schedule to meet your family's needs. In Kingsburg Elementary Charter School District, we offer everything you need to participate in the successful education of your child. Credentialed teachers, multiple curriculum options, ballet, piano, Spanish and ASL lessons, science and math support classes, monthly field trips, STEAM kit opportunities, and more. There's even 24-hour online student support from a professional tutor. At Central Valley Homeschool, we find a way for all students to learn.
If you're looking for new furniture, consider American-made designs from Fresno's Fashion Furniture. Beautiful, handcrafted Amish dining room from Trailways. An Amish bedroom by Premier. Artisan Post and Benchmade by Bassett. Jonathan Lewis, Flex Steel, England, Michael Nicholas, Southern Motion, and so many others. In fact, it's likely the largest and most impressive selection of American-made furniture you've ever seen. All from my friends at Fashion. There's nothing like it in all of California.
No matter what's happening outside with the Lennox Ultimate Comfort System, it's always perfect inside. Not just perfect air, perfectly tuned to your home air. And operates whisper quiet. The Lennox Ultimate Comfort System. Perfect air, fully realized. Don't you wish everything was perfect? Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Call Donald P. Dick Air Conditioning today.
They fought for freedom. They fought for justice. They fought for you. Now it's time to fight for them. I'm Tulare County District Attorney Tim Moore. Every year, over 2 million seniors experience physical abuse, neglect, or financial exploitation. Our elders are vulnerable due to a variety of reasons, and it's important to recognize the signs. These crimes cannot be tolerated, and we must work together to end abusive cycles. Many cases of elder abuse go unreported, so please report. Our seniors deserve better.
Dad?
I was the lead singer.
Packing tape is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service.
This is Ksee 24 Sunrise.
Welcome back. A new robot dog is more interested in artwork than treats. The AI dog was built to cruise around museums and analyze the artwork. With the help of the artificial intelligence program, ChatGPT, it prints out its criticism from below its tail. All right, the dog project was built with the intention of poking fun at serious art critics. Okay, this is cool, Ruben, but it's kind of creepy. Look at this eye.
Well, yeah, that's the camera. I assume he's looking at this. But did you see the thing it printed out? I guess it was his critique of the art. It was like a receipt from CVS. You know, they just keep going and give you all these coupons. I'm like, what the heck is that about?
I hate those too. They're like this long.
Yeah, it's like a novel, like Friends, Romans, Countrymen.
Do you accept robot dogs for the dog forecast?
I don't know. We've never had one, but I'm just saying, you know, if I took Sadie in an art museum like that, she would just look like, oh.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love this story, but I don't know. It's creepy. We have receipts printing out from back there. We have a weird eye. I don't know.
I wasn't paying attention to where the receipt came out. Oh, wait, maybe.
Yeah, right. Look.
I see it right there, yeah.
Ew.
I wonder if they sent out an email about when that receipt comes out. But anyways, yeah, I wouldn't walk that thing in the period because it's AI and has a mind of its own. So.
No, I mean, again, who knows? Maybe the future of your dog walking forecast will include AI dogs.
We will see. We will see. Speaking of the forecasts, it was nice to get out this weekend. We went out to Reading Heart. It was fairly cool out there. We had some clouds, but it was fairly comfortable. This is a live picture from our Valley Cam at Eagle Mountain Casino in Porterville. You can see a little bit of sunlight off in the distance. 58 degrees this morning in Porterville. East-southeast winds are fairly calm, and of course, visibility is looking pretty good. I guess it's kind of swimming pool weather if you like temperatures in the low 80s, but just give it a few days. We will be in the 90s once we get to about Wednesday or so. That's pretty much on average for this time of year, but the heat really settles in for this weekend. Today, though, similar to what we have over the weekend, we keep the clouds from time to time. Low 80s once again. Not expecting any rain or thunderstorms for the valley, but there's still the possibility in the Sierra this afternoon. For now, Darren, we'll send it back to you.
Hi, Ruben. Thank you so much. Ksee 24 sunrise time, just about 6:30. Still ahead this morning. We have a look at an invasive species making its way into pipes across the southeast. My goodness.
I can't go anywhere where I am not having heinies shoved in my face.
Slut shaming.
Clothing is power for women. Nobody's attacking anybody's character.
They told her to kill herself. Next, Dr. Phil.
Dr. Phil, today at 4 on Ksee 24.
Anytime you have a huge insecurity, it affects your personality. It affects how you interact with people. You know, just all that brokenness that you carry when you have a deep insecurity. Being free from that has definitely allowed me to be more open.
It started a few years ago at the kitchen table. Then, many of us turned our third bedrooms into functional workspace with every kind of technology imaginable. The home office selection at Fresno's Fashion Furniture, including the most beautiful desks, chairs, file cabinets, and accessories available. Check out the home office selection at Fresno's Fashion Furniture. There's nothing like it in all of California.
Getting older doesn't have to mean giving up your independence. When it's time to trade in your ride, go for something reliable, like a Golden Technologies Power Mobility scooter. Continue to feel the wind on your face and the road under your wheels with a brand you can trust and service you can rely on. The Bone Store, proving the way you walk, move, sit, and sleep.
With 63 Daryl's Mini Storage locations, we make it possible to store your memories and keep your secrets secret. Daryl's has you covered since 1963.
Closets by Design does more than organize your home. Maximize space, plus add beauty and value to your home.
Take 40% off plus an extra 15% off plus free installation. Call 1-800-BY-DESIGN or visit closetsbydesign.com.
When I came to my first appointment, felt right at home. You guys didn't judge me. You guys didn't do anything to make me feel uncomfortable. I felt at home and I still do, and I don't regret picking up that phone.
It's all on the table. We're going to talk about everything. I think I'm having my first hot flash.
I feel so honored.
It's sunshine on TV. It's everybody's show.
The Drew Barrymore Show, today at 2 on KC24.
Sliced fresh sandwiches, poured of subs.
Local news that matters. This is KC24 News Sunrise.
Coming up this morning on Sunrise, Clovis police are continuing to investigate what led up to a man getting shot in his upper body, then taking himself to the hospital. Plus, how the Merced County Fair is making a difference in the local economy, even after the all fun is said and done. KC24 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, everyone. I'm Taryn Mitchell. Brody Logan has a day off today. You know, I love the fair. It is one of my favorite things to do. Usually the food, though, is why I like to go.
Okay, so we've got the Fresno Fair this fall.
Yes.
That is the biggest fair in the Central Valley, one of the states, so you'll enjoy that. I'm kind of sad. I've never been to the Merced Fair, so.
You've never been to the Merced one?
Yeah, and I heard it's pretty good. Like, Jen Ortega had a good time. Apparently, Retro Rodriguez had a good time.
Well,
Nobody invited us.
I guess we're kind of lame. We don't go out with anybody else. But what's not lame is the forecast. It's a pretty nice week ahead of us.
What we had over the weekend, we're going to get that going for today. Matter of fact, it's making for a beautiful sunrise. Let's show you our valley cam. This one in Visalia at Kauai Health, and we're looking off to the east. You see the sunlight peeking between the cloud cover this morning, and this is still the same system that kept us a little cool over the weekend. Some of you did pick up a few raindrops or a light shower or even a thunderstorm. That was the case in Merced Saturday morning, not the case for today. It's just going to be partly cloudy. Temperatures well below the average of 90 for this time of year. We're going to be in the low 80s for most of the valley. That was the case this weekend. The only concern about thunderstorms is still in the Sierra at the highest elevations, and it could drift out to some parts of the lower foothills, but I think most of the activity stays away from the valley. Mid-70s in Oakhurst today, same deal for Yosemite, 58 in Shaver Lake. Remember, the highest elevations had the best chance of seeing those storms develop this afternoon. By the end of the week into the weekend, more sunshine for everyone. It's going to feel a lot like summer. We'll show you that 7-day forecast in a few minutes. For now, Taryn, we'll send it back to you.
Urban, thank you. Well, 2 people are now in the hospital after getting shot in Visalia last night. Police were called out to the area of Walnut Avenue and Giddings Street at around 11 p.m. That's after reports of gunshots near a shopping center. Now, when officers arrived to the scene, they found 2 men in the parking lot who had been shot. They were immediately taken to the hospital and are awaiting an update on their condition. The Violent Crimes Unit has now taken over this investigation, and anyone with information is urged to contact the Visalia Police Department. Well, Clovis police are continuing to investigate what led up to a man getting shot in his upper body, then took himself to the hospital. Clovis community medical staff called the police after the victim showed up at the emergency room. They say the wound was non-life-threatening, but they didn't say exactly how the man got to the hospital. Clovis police say they received a report of a shooting a few minutes prior to the hospital's call, which was in the same area of Northwest Clovis on Balsam Lane and around 4 in the morning on Sunday. And they were able to piece the two events together. Right now, they're still trying to find out what exactly happened here. An 18-year-old gang member, Davion Moshwain, who is charged with the murder of a 9-month-old baby, that's Darius King Grigsby, was last November scheduled to be in court for a medical hearing in Merced around 8:30 this morning. Well, the Merced County Fair has officially ended, but it will continue to have long-term impacts on our local economy. Here's Rhett Rodriguez with the latest.
While the cinnamon rolls and rides may be over for this year's Merced County Fair, the money brought in by more than 70,000 visitors will have long-term impacts in the local economy.
On an annual basis, it's $23 million, so it doesn't just stop after the fair ends. And then as well, we have our year-round rental program. So the Merced County Fair is a huge impact to our community here.
Many local small businesses and nonprofits set up throughout the fairgrounds trying to grab the attention and dollars of those passing by. The nonprofit Club Mercedes, located in downtown Merced, is using its sales money from the fair to invest in the next generation. The majority of their money goes to students.
We created a motto: the foundation of every city is the education of its youth. So we just follow that motto. We just took that and we deal with the community. We have baseball teams that we sponsor, Little League teams. We have 4 scholarships that we sponsor, and they go to various colleges.
They didn't have an exact number of the donations they received over the 5-day span of the fair, but say it could be up to $25,000 going back into the economy. If you missed the chance to donate to Club Mercedes, you can click the link on our website, yourcentralvalley.com. Rhett Rodriguez, KC24, local news that matters.
Looks like a lot of fun. Well, the Central Valley's largest esports convention kicked off at Vendor Hall for this 2-day event. That event was called Standoff, and people from all over the state gathered to show off their skills in video games like Street Fighter and others. But just tons of vendors and local businesses also filled the hall to be there for the large crowds. Organizers say this was just a great way for players who are normally playing together online to actually play in person.
We have people that drove as high as San Francisco, people that came from San Diego just to come and play the game. They know each other online, they play with each other online like every day, but now they get to come together today and sit down and talk to one another in person. It's a really gratifying experience.
Over 40 vendors attended the event, and organizers are hopeful to have it again next year. KC24 Sunrise Time, 6:36, still ahead. Lady Gaga calling for a lawsuit to be dismissed regarding the abduction of her dogs and the person responsible.
Plus, a new warming trend for the new work week. First, your allergy forecast brought to you by Boz Allergy. Olive, privet, and juniper, the top pollens. We are in the low range through Thursday. I'll show you when summer-like heat returns to the Central Valley as KC Sunrise continues.
Season 18 is just blowing my socks off.
Mic drop.
I didn't like it.
What?
I loved it.
This car is my childhood.
I want to build a one-of-a-kind Hot Wheels fire engine.
We're gonna make flames come out of it.
Can we do something like that?
Do first, ask forgiveness later.
Hot Wheels Ultimate Challenge, Tuesday on ABC.
We've seen a wet winter season this year. Along with green grass and spring flowers, allergies may start earlier, and COVID, flu, and other viruses are still very active. Boz Allergy knows coughing, wheezing, and headaches due to allergies and asthma can mimic virus symptoms. Take away the guesswork and get proper diagnosis and early treatment from our Valley locations before allergy symptoms arrive. Stay safe and stay healthy. Contact Boz Allergy today and breathe easier.
Enrollment is now open. Homeschool offers a flexible schedule to meet your family's needs. In Kingsburg Elementary Charter School District, we offer everything you need to participate in the successful education of your child. Credentialed teachers, multiple curriculum options, ballet, piano, Spanish and ASL lessons, science and math support classes, monthly field trips, STEAM kit opportunities, and more. There's even 24-hour online student support from a professional tutor. At Central Valley Homeschool, we find a way for all students to learn.
Car accident?
Choose Jacoby & Myers. Here's the most important thing to know about insurance companies. In their world, they only see two kinds of people. Those with a lawyer and those without one. Those they have to take seriously and those they can take advantage of. Those who make them pay and those who make them rich. So which kind do you want to be? And more importantly, who do you want to be your lawyer? Choose Jacoby & Myers. Justice for you since 1972.
The Fresno Madera Long-Term Care Ombudsman Program is recruiting volunteers to advocate for seniors in licensed long-term care facilities. Your help is needed to protect residents' rights, quality of life, and care. Make a difference in the life of seniors. Sign up for the next Ombudsman training class. It could be one of the most rewarding things you've ever done. Call Valley Caregiver Resource Center at 224-9177 or visit valleycrc.org.
I never wanted to smile because I didn't want people to judge me because I had bad teeth. You try to hold off as long as you can before you actually do something about what's causing the pain. I wish I would have gone to my Highbridge doctor sooner. I instantly felt comfortable when I walked in there. I have never, ever been happier in my life because now I don't have to worry about smiling.
And we're still going to hold on to some temperatures this afternoon that are cool for this time of year, but by the end of the week into the weekend, it'll finally feel like summer for the last weekend of spring. Outside to show you your current conditions from our valley cam. This one at Sunday, Palm and Herndon, Northwest Fresno. You can see the sunlight peeking between the cloud cover this morning and notice very little traffic as we move forward into the summer season. Schools are out and, of course, less traffic because of school, but things for your morning commute will be fine weather-wise. Partly cloudy skies for the morning. If you're going to be out and about playing a little golf, if you have some time off this week, temperature is going to be fairly nice for today. Mid-70s at lunchtime and then low 80s for our highs once again. But by the end of the week, we're going to be in the low 90s. That's pretty much on average for this time of year at 90 degrees on Wednesday. We're still going to keep the showers and thunderstorms in the Sierra, but things will be dry for the valley. We're going to have to deal with some summer-like heat this weekend. We'll show you those temperatures in a few minutes. For now, Taryn, we'll send it back to you.
Well, a Delta crew member was injured when an emergency slide deployed inside the plane. The flight, originally bound from New York to LA, had to make a diverted landing in Salt Lake City due to mechanical issues. Well, that issue thankfully promptly resolved, but after passengers boarded the plane, the emergency slide unexpectedly deployed, causing the crew member's injury. The employee was hospitalized and has since been discharged. Delta went ahead and expressed their apologies for the travel disruption and emphasized their commitment to customer and crew safety. Well, cameras that can automatically issue speeding tickets could soon be keeping an eye on drivers here in California. Assembly Bill 645 is now getting bipartisan support in Sacramento by those who believe the cameras will reduce the number of people killed in accidents because of speeding. Speeding cameras are currently illegal here in the state, but they are used in other states. The ACLU opposes the move over some privacy issues, but others just concerned it will lead to law enforcement jobs being cut. The State Senate Transportation Committee will take up the bill next month. Well, a two-week trial is set to begin in Montana involving a one-of-a-kind climate change lawsuit now challenging the state's pro-fossil fuel policies. A coalition of 16 young plaintiffs backed by attorneys from an environmental group will appear in court today. Well, they will argue that Montana is constitutionally obligated to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and protect residents from climate change. Well, the plaintiffs all range in ages from 5 to 22. Experts add a ruling against the state is unlikely to spark direct policy change, but it would set a legal precedent that would sway future cases. Well, Lady Gaga asking the LA Superior Court to dismiss a lawsuit filed against her by a woman who was previously arrested for her involvement in the 2021 abduction of the singer's dogs. Jennifer McBride accuses Lady Gaga defrauded her by not paying the $500,000 reward Gaga offered for the return of her pups. Well, McBride initially claimed to be a good Samaritan, but her story later crumbled under the LAPD. She pleaded no contest for knowingly receiving stolen property and was sentenced to 2 years probation. Lady Gaga's lawyers argue McBride should not profit from this participation because it's a crime. A hearing on that dismissal motion is scheduled for July 10th.
We're in the middle of an ongoing war.
And Transformers Rise of the Beast did great this weekend at the box office. The high-flying summer action flock sold more than $60 million in tickets during just its opening weekend. The Transformers sequel opened at more than 3,600 theaters here in the United States. Well, an improved version of Spider-Man Across the Spideyverse is now in theaters. Fans had been complaining about how low audio levels during the movie's intro scene. But Variety says the sound issue affected only a few theaters. But Sony apparently updated all the copies of the new animated film just to be sure. So despite this issue, the newest Spider-Man sequel earned a global box office total of $390 million.
Look great, Hef.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's a camera wrap on the creator of Iron Man, Mr. Stan Lee.
Hi, I'm Stan Lee, editor of the Marvel Comics group of superhero comic magazines.
While Stan Lee may have retired from Marvel Comics back in the 90s, the comic book legend's presence can be felt in the industry today. Having been reintroduced to a whole new generation of fans through cameo appearances in the films based upon characters he helped create. A new documentary honoring the life and legacy of Stan Lee is set to be released on Disney Plus on June 16th. Well, it turns out Netflix's recent crackdown on password sharing kind of working out for the streaming company. Well, according to the website Antenna, which tracks all the signups, Netflix saw its biggest increase in new subscriptions in 4.5 years. Well, in just 4 days after it started enforcing its new password sharing rule. Well, in 2 days alone, it saw 100,000 new signups, according to Antenna. Well, Father's Day less than a week away, and a new study shows that almost 40% of people surveyed say dad's actually the hardest to shop for. According to the Virgin Atlantic poll, when asked most dads, they're just saying, I don't really need anything. Almost 30% of dads said save your money for something else. And 17% said, I just don't know. Along with that, 65% of people surveyed said they would like to get their dad something special, but most of us just sticking to the classics, like some socks, craft beer, and aftershave. Ksee 24 Sunrise Time reading 6:46, still ahead. We'll look at a species pushing its way into pipes across the southeast.
What do I see on Ksee? Stories of everyday people making a big difference. I see our future generations eager to learn, and I love teaching them about weather and climate. These are the students who are going to create the sustainable future that we've all been talking about. They inspire me to keep learning and provide the most accurate forecast possible. I see what matters. I see local stories making an impact, and I invite you all to see it here every day on Ksee 24 News.
This week, Today is on the move. Hoda puts on her dancing shoes and meets a viral sensation spreading joy in New York City. Then, Al celebrates city bus drivers in honor of his dad. This week.
Right here, only on Today.
We're busy. I get it. So Stanton Optical works with your schedule. Buy online, pick up in store same day, and get a free fitting. I mean, look at my to-do list. Same day eye exam, same day glasses. 2 pairs plus eye exam for only $79.
KFC's done the math, and we have the answer for your next meal. It's our 9-piece double mash meal, just $21.99. 9 drumsticks and thighs. Add 4 biscuits plus 2 large mashed potatoes with gravy equals delicious. The 9-piece double mash meal for just $21.99. Only at KFC.
During this health crisis, your company needs to stay compliant, and HR Mobile Services can help. Big or small, we assist with human resources, infectious disease response, safety compliance, policies and procedures, and more. Call HR Mobile Services today.
This is not the first all-electric car. That's because no BMW sees the road until it's reached the ultimate standard, our own. A standard that demands every BMW feels exactly like a BMW should. Unparalleled performance and precision handling made possible by electric engineering. But isn't that what you'd expect from the ultimate electric driving machine? Hurry in to lease the 2023 BMW iX xDrive 50 for $919 per month.
Hello, I'm Greg from Sassano's Menswear.
And I'm Jennifer.
Jennifer from the Rodeo Coffee Shop.
Hello, I'm Marty with A1 Car Beauty Products.
And I'm Heather, Executive Director for Boot, the business organization of Old Town Clovis, where our new favorite radio station is 105.5 The Legend.
Alan Jackson, Reba McEntire, and Randy Travis.
Garth Brooks, and more Garth Brooks.
Waylon, Willie, and the boys.
Join Boot and listen to classic country on The Legend 105.5.
Welcome to Too Good to Guess. Can you guess how much 2 pairs of progressives, an eye exam, and anti-glare lens upgrade will cost at Stanton Optical? Only $135? Wow, a deal so good, every customer wins. Book your eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
KC24 is brought to you in part by Surf Pro of Clovis, Visalia, Fresno, and Shaver.
And we're going to hold on to the unseasonably cool temperatures once again for this afternoon, but we do got a warm up that will take us into the rest of the week, into the weekend. That's going to feel like summer once again. 61 degrees this morning in Fresno, 57 in Madera, and 58 in Visalia. Now, compared to 24 hours ago, it is a little bit cooler out there for most of the valley compared to this time yesterday, and the winds are fairly calm. Still picking up, though, in western Merced County, western Kings County. That's the cool air coming in from the coast, helping us our temperatures. So a little gusty through the Pacheco Pass and the 152. Same deal in the 41 through Kings County. Outside our Valley Cam powered by Eagle Mountain Casino, this one outside our studios of KC24. As we look over parts of East Central Fresno, you can see the sunlight is shining bright between the cloud deck this morning. This is still the same system that gave us cloud cover throughout the weekend. Some of you picked up a few raindrops, some of you got a decent shower, and some of you even got a few thunderstorms in the valley floor. But all that activity stays in the Sierra. This is a live picture from our Valley Cam at Meadow Lakes looking down at the valley floor. Fresno County, the city of Fresno, Clovis off in the center of the screen right there. And those clouds will continue to develop throughout the day. There's the low moving off to the southeast very slowly, so it's still going to send a little bit of moisture through the backside of California. Futurecast shows a few showers and thunderstorms developing maybe as early as about noon or so, but most of the activity will stay in the Sierra. Some of it will drift down to the lower elevations, including the foothills communities of Mariposa, Oakers, and maybe even some parts of Three Rivers in Tulare County. And we'll just get some cloud cover out of that for the valley. Pretty much the same deal for the rest of the week, but as this ridge of high pressure tries to build back in, it creates that drier onshore flow, so it keeps most of the moisture away from the valley floor, but it's still a concern for the Sierra all the way until maybe about Thursday or Friday for the most part here. And when we have more sunshine in the valley, our temperatures start to heat up. We'll be fairly seasonable for a few days, but we are going to deal with a little bit of heat this weekend. That flood warning for the Merced River at the Pono Bridge in Yosemite, that was reissued, so it's in effect until further notice once again. Our temperatures for today in the low 80s, similar to what we had over the weekend, and of course, we're well below the average of 89 for this time of year. 86 in 5 Points, 86 in San Joaquin, 84 for Madera. Most of the foothills today will be in the low to mid 70s, 50s in Shaver though, and mid 70s for Yosemite Valley. And of course, air quality still good to moderate across Central California. Walking the pups out there, get in the habit of doing that early on in the day before the heat settles in later on this week. And basically for the season, as we're almost halfway through June already. This is our friend Lexi Lou. Thank you to Izzy Moreno for sending me this picture on my Facebook page. If you want your pup on KC Sunrise, just go to Ruben KC24 on social media. We'll show it right here. Remember, as the things start to heat up here, they need more water too, as they're going to be out and about. 7-day forecast shows we'll hold on to the 80s one more day after today, but we'll be close to average, which is now 90 for this time of year. As we move forward into Thursday and Friday, more sunshine, more seasonable temperatures, and then we'll be in the mid to upper 90s on Saturday, but we start to cool up on Sunday, still in the 90s, but much better than the upper 90s, and Sunday happens to be Father's Day. You can always check out your regional forecast at yourcentralvalley.com. For now, Taryn, we'll send it back to you.
Well, it's all fun and games until someone gets hurt. During a halftime skit at Game 4 of the NBA Finals, UFC star Conor McGregor punches the Heat mascot Bernie not once but twice while prompting a pain relief spray. But the man who plays Bernie had to go to a local emergency room as a result of all those hits. He received pain medication, and we're actually getting word he's doing okay. Well, now on to a magician showing his tricks for a four-legged audience in hopes of getting them adopted. John Cecil visits shelter dogs in New Jersey on a regular basis, performing tricks for them and sharing videos to show off the adoptable dogs. And so far, you can really see it's working. Most of the dogs in those videos have ended up finding their permanent homes, or forever homes as I call them. All right, well, on to some more news. This one I'm going to be very nervous to talk to you guys about. Well, South Florida man got the surprise of his life when he found an iguana inside the bathroom. The man says the hissing iguana stayed for about an hour and at one point tried to climb through the pipes. But eventually he left the toilet, ran outside through an open door. Florida Fish and Wildlife says the iguana species has become invasive throughout the state. Well, I guess I can't complain about my gnats anymore. Ksee 24 Sunrise time, reading 6:53. We'll be right back and take a look at this morning's top story. Stick with us.
The story behind the new movie Flamin' Hot. Did a janitor really come up with Flamin' Hot Cheetos? You're a janitor. That's what the new movie claims. Next, Inside Edition.
Inside Edition, tonight at 7 on Ksee 24.
There are terrific stories highlighting education across the valley. The Fresno County Superintendent of Schools and Ksee 24 are committed to sharing these achievements.
Education matters.
Mondays at 6:30.
Made possible by EECU, Fresno State, and Chevron.
With a Daryl's Mini Storage in just about every neighborhood, we have convenient places to store your memories and secrets. Daryl's has you covered to keep your stuff and your secrets secret.
Providers at South Valley Vascular are board-certified experts at diagnosing and treating vein and circulatory disorders. We offer the highest quality vascular and 5-star surgical care for our Valley communities. Visit your nearest South Valley Vascular location today.
A garden hose is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service.
Home is many things. Home is a place to play. A place to raise a family. A place to relax. At Monarch, we focus on keeping your AC working so that you can focus on enjoying life. And right now, you could schedule a cooling tune-up so that your AC is ready for the summer. Monarch Home Services. Keep home comfortable.
She found it. The feeling of finding the psoriasis treatment she's been looking for. Sotyktu is the first of its kind once-daily pill for moderate to severe plaque psoriasis for the chance at clear or almost clear skin. It's like the feeling of finding that outfit psoriasis tried to hide from you, or finding your swimsuit is ready for prime time. Dad, once daily Sotyktu is proven to get more people clearer skin than the leading pill. Don't take if you're allergic to Sotyktu. Serious reactions can occur. Sotyktu can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Serious infections, cancers including lymphoma, muscle problems, and changes in certain labs have occurred. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, liver or kidney problems, high triglycerides, or had a vaccine or plan to. Sotyktu is a TYK2 inhibitor. TYK2 is part of the JAK family. It's not known if Sotyktu has the same risks as JAK inhibitors. Find what plaque psoriasis has been hiding. Ask your dermatologist about Sotyktu for clearer skin. So clearly you. Sotyktu. Dad?
I was the lead singer.
Packing tape is like roadside assistance. Quality matters. So join AAA, America's most recommended roadside service.
Join Ksee 24 at the annual Central Valley Heart and Stroke Ball, June 16th.
Welcome back. Here's a look at today's top stories. Well, police were called out to the area of Walnut Avenue and Giddings Street at around 11 p.m. Well, that's after reports of gunshots near a shopping center. Well, they found 2 men in the parking lot who had been shot, and they were immediately taken to the hospital. The Violent Crimes Unit has taken over this investigation, and if you or someone you know has any information related to the incident, you are urged to contact the Visalia Police Department. 18-year-old gang member Davion Moshane, who was charged with the murder of a 9-month-old baby, Darius King Grigsby, is scheduled to be in court for a medical hearing in Merced around 8:30 this morning. Well, another reminder to wear your life jackets when out in local rivers and lakes this summer. Sacramento Metro Fire says that back on Sunday afternoon, 4 people had to be rescued after falling out of their raft and into the American River. Well, thankfully, they were all wearing their life jackets, and rescue crews were able to bring them to safety without any injuries. Metro Fire says they recommend using U.S. Coast Guard approved life jackets while you're in the waters. Former President Donald Trump's appearance in Miami federal court is happening tomorrow. Well, the former president is currently facing 37 counts related to his mishandling of classified documents after he left office. Prosecutors say he illegally and willfully retained classified files and resisted the government's efforts to get them back. Trump rallied against the charges at 2 campaign appearances this weekend, calling the case a, quote, witch hunt. Former Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi, a billionaire businessman who created Italy's largest media company before transforming the political landscape, has died. He was 86 and had been suffering from leukemia for some time. He had recently developed a lung infection.
And we still got some cool temperatures for this time of year in the afternoon, and still kind of cloudy out there this morning. Live picture from our Valley Cam. This one at the Tulare outlets in Tulare this morning. You can see a little bit of sunshine off in the distance, but those clouds from the same system that's kept us unseasonably cool for this time of year over the weekend. Still going to have some showers and thunderstorms in the Sierra, and this is the view from our Valley Cam at Meadow Lakes this morning. And you can see we're looking down towards the valley floor. Some of you picked up a few raindrops or a light shower or even a thunderstorm this weekend. Not the case for the valley floor today. We're going to keep all that energy out there for this weekend. And of course, it's going to be at the highest terrain of the Sierra, but don't worry about that for the valley floor. Still cool for this time of year. Warmer, more seasonable tomorrow, more sunshine. And then we should be about 90 degrees. That'll be the case Wednesday, Thursday, and a Friday. Mid-90s on Saturday, so hot for this time of year. But as we move forward to Sunday, Father's Day, we start to cool off once again, and we'll see some clouds. Right now, not expecting any rain, but we're getting closer to the official start of summer, so it's starting to feel like it, at least by the end of the week.
You know the song Walking on Sunshine? That song? That makes me think of it.
Oh.
All the sunshine.
It's Pink, right? Who sings that? Or...
Walking on, like the original one.
Oh, the original one. I thought the version.
It was in the, what movie was it?
We don't have time to figure it out.
We'll think about it. We'll come back at midday with the answer. Have a wonderful morning.
Monday morning, a travel nightmare on one of the nation's busiest roads.
Yeah, part of I-95 shut down for the foreseeable future. It is June 12th. This is today. Commuter chaos. A tanker truck fire in Philadelphia causes a portion of Interstate 95 to collapse.
We had a lot of heat and heavy fire underneath the underpass.
Millions set to be impacted with repairs to take months during the height of the summer travel season. We'll have everything you need to know and where the investigation stands this morning. Countdown to court. Former President Trump heading to Florida today ahead of his arraignment there on federal charges tied to those highly classified documents he's accused of illegally keeping at his Mar-a-Lago estate. Just ahead, Republicans circle the wagons.
Donald Trump, you may hate his guts, but he is not a spy.
But his former attorney general says the case is tight.
If even half of it is true, then he's toast.
The latest just ahead. Behind bars, another American detained in Russia, this time on drug charges.
I do not believe that I have done what I've been accused because I don't know what I've been accused of.
His message from jail and the new tensions between Washington and Moscow. Miracle rescue, new video showing the moment 4 young siblings who survived a plane crash and 40 days deep in the Amazon jungle are found alive. A 13-year-old girl hailed as a hero for keeping her siblings safe. Just ahead, what those kids did to survive and how they're doing now, as we talk with the man who led that search and rescue mission. Those stories plus Netflix and Deal. Users adjusting to life after that password sharing crackdown.
This is so annoying. This is horrible.
But why the company is calling its new policy a success, and will other streamers follow suit? And Beach Bear, the unexpected guest who joined visitors at a popular Florida beach for a quick weekend dip. Today, Monday, June 12th, 2023.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Hoda Kotb from Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today on a Monday morning. It is really nice to have you with us, starting your week with us.
Well, welcome back. There was an office pool on whether you were coming back or not. I don't know if I would have, but you're here.
It's difficult, but knowing that we're going back for the 2024 Olympics in Paris, it's going to be spectacular. Got a lot to get to this morning, including new details on that incredible story. Everybody's still talking about this. The miracle rescue and survival of 4 children who were lost